Primetime VC is a new platform where 4 venture capitalists debate top tech innovation and funding news and score points based on the quality of their arguments. The show Accredited Banter is structured similarly to ESPN's Around the Horn, and it's already aired 4 episodes to date. So joining me now is Charlie Stevens and Tyler Kelly, co-founders of Primetime VC. Guys, it's good to see you both. So how did this show come together? And for those who might not be familiar with Around the Horn, how does the show work? Tyler, we'll start with you.
Hi, Kristen. Nice to see you again. So this show developed actually during quarantine, and we saw this opportunity to create a new form of media for the venture capital industry. And it's almost kind of like a master class in venture capital for people with short attention spans. You know, we're all kind of sports enthusiasts, and we thought it'd be really interesting to take this format of Around the Horn, where it's, you know, we're replacing the sports reporters with venture capitalists, and they get to debate the hottest topics in tech, innovation, and startups. And we think kind of through this format, we're able to better get across kind of the insights and the trends that are happening in the venture capital world. So that's kind of where we started, and it's been going pretty good thus far.
Very fun. So Charlie, I know that there's a point system involved in this. Explain how the people rack up points in this process.
Right. So we give out the questions, VCs give them their answers, and we base them off style, stats, and facts. The more thoughtful the answer that they're giving, the more value that they're adding to the audience, the more points that they're going to get. We like to have fun with it, so we're trying to bring the enthusiasm, we're trying to bring the energy with them, but if they're getting too crazy with the energy, I actually have to mute them and give them a deductive point of somewhere. But also, we like the prop aspect of it, so if they bring some props, that also helps as well.
So it's interesting because I know for young people, right, growing up, at least in my generation, you probably wanted to be just like an athlete or a celebrity, but now there's just such a breadth of content out there these days. And so how do you use these VCs, right, the people that you have access to really try to encourage young people and instill entrepreneurship in them?
I think entrepreneurship is the new celebrity, right? So, I mean, you look at the Chamath Palihapitiya, social capital, who owns the Golden State Warriors. I mean, he's becoming a celebrity. You have Serena Williams creating their own venture fund. You know, all these celebrities want to be investors now. Before, I think they wanted to be in the entertainment business. They wanted to make movies. They probably still do, but they also want to diverse and be investors into these companies, these tech startups. Like an Ashton Kutcher is a pretty good example.
Definitely a man who's had many iterations, right, of his own career, from a model to an actor to now an investor. Tyler, I want to get your take on that as well, and just to learn if there are sponsors tied to this and how you're funding some of the production.
Yeah, so the real goal is that we can make this a show that shows daily, just like Cheddar. So right now we're kind of in a 2-week episode release cadence. We're hoping that we can get that to a weekly cadence in 2021. And eventually to a daily release of episodes, so we can really kind of stay on top of all the trendy news that are happening in the tech and venture capital space. So we're in conversations right now with a variety of streaming networks, as well as a variety of sponsors like First Republic Bank, TriNet, Brex, that are kind of helping us move this forward.
And in terms of episodes, I do believe one comes out every 2 weeks. Is there any expectation that we could speed that up and see more of these? Charlie?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it really comes down to the sponsors. We're getting new sponsors. We're actually adding new value to these sponsors. We're kind of giving them a little bit of a backstage access to meet these VCs. So we're going to continue pumping these out. We have bigger names that are jumping onto the show, and a lot more fun topics, all the way from SaaS companies that are IPOing or doing SPAC to, pitch deck. What's the most important part of the pitch deck and the slide that these investors look at? So we're just trying to be very valuable and educate the founders, the investors, and everybody who's watching.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
really fun. We got to leave it there, unfortunately, but we'll have to have you back as really fun. Charlie Stevens and Tyler Kelly, co-founders of Primetime VC. Thanks, guys.